Welcome back, Fire Tribe. Monday, what's the date? August 25th. It's Monday. It's Monday. The Liverpool game has just ended a few hours ago. So that is the official end of game week 2. Boys, before we go any further, how did you guys do this weekend? Just in life. Not in FPL, in life. How'd you do?
Not bad.
Not bad?
Madrid won, so pretty happy about that.
Hala Madrid.
Must be nice to have your team play good and win.
Oh, don't worry, Dave. We'll talk about it.
Disappoint you
We'll talk
endlessly.
About it.
Plenty of time for Man U slander.
Plenty of time. We're recording this on Monday. We're gonna try our best to make this our new time slot. So what that means is we're gonna try and get these videos out on Wednesdays. That way we give you Wednesday, we give you Thursday, and we give you a little bit of Friday to watch the video, hear what we have to say, and make decisions based on it. Right? We want to give you as much time as possible. So we're gonna try that. What else? Anything else in the run-up here? I don't think there's any house cleaning items other than that.
No more house cleaning.
No housekeeping. Housekeeping. All right,
Yikes.
We're moving this new episode format. We're gonna mix it up here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start every week with our Fireside Mini-League. We're going to do an update of the Mini-League. Who's in first? How did we do?
Yes.
That's Phil's job. Every week we're doing this. So without any further ado, Phil.
Finally got a job.
You finally got a job. Start us off.
I'm
give
so
everyone
important.
The update.
So yeah, if you hadn't heard on other episodes, we have a Mini-League, the Fireside Mini-League, and whoever wins it gets $200. So when we go through this could have been you. But Sean's pulling this up. It should be somewhere on the screen.
If it's not on the screen, then apologies to everyone. It should be there, though. We should be good. We should be rocking.
So first of all, we're going to start off with the standings. Our very own Fireside Sean is in first with 129 points total.
Bang.
More or less average game week. Probably on the higher side compared to what a lot of people out there experienced with a lot of players blanking.
My game week this week, yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, I ended up over the average by, like 10. So.
Yeah. Can't complain. We have Fireside Dave in 4th, and then yours truly, Fireside Phil, in 7th. I did drop positions this week in the league and obviously overall because I had an absolutely horrendous week. But yeah, that's where we're on the standings. And one shout out for, what's this guy's name? Brum? Ryan Brumbaugh. Don't know who he is, part of the community. He wanted to join. He had 78 points total. Obviously led by Timber. I'm assuming he's an Arsenal fan. I don't know, but started Timber, Lewis Skelly. So, yeah, Gyökeres. I'm assuming he's an Arsenal fan, but great call from him to start him. And, yeah, he had the highest points of the week. So this is the standings. We'll flash them every week just so you get a feel on how we're doing, how our game weeks look like, and who kind of popped off.
My goodness, that's a lot of red on that roster.
That's a lot of red. Did you pull it up on the screen?
I just pulled it up. The entire roster's red.
Even Sar kind of has a little bit of that red.
He's got some red on there. That's hilarious. Hey,
yeah, so.
Good on you, Ryan. Good on you for the 78 points. Great week.
Good on you, pal. But yeah, that's how we're doing. It was kind of a weird game week. A lot of blanks again, but hey, we move on.
Cole Palmer getting hurt in warm-ups.
Cole Palmer.
It's always fun.
Cole Palmer getting hurt in warm-ups.
Actually, it helped me, but...
All right, so that was good. We'll do that every week, like you said. Sometimes we'll get a little more in depth.
We'll bring you along.
Less in depth. It all depends on what we're feeling that week. Okay, time to get into Old Faithful here. Topics and transfers. Oh, it didn't go back. There we go. I sent it back. I'll get better at that. It's a lot of things going on. Screen up, screen down, whatever.
Dad brain.
You're in first. You can make
I can do
mistakes.
that. I can do that. All right. Time for topics and transfers.
It's time for topics and transfers.
All right, topics and transfers. So I'm going to start us off with some of the big topics of the weekend, and then I'll pass it over to Dave to hit us with the transfer talk. And when I say transfers, I mean FPL transfers. Now, we're out of the actual transfers, real-life transfers, and we are into FPL transfers on the week. So let me get the old glasses on because I'm old. And let's move on. So Dave mentioned it. Around 600,000 managers are going to relate to this one. Cole Palmer pulled from the lineup prior to the game. We don't know what that injury is yet. Maresca doesn't seem overly concerned. Palmer was on the bench. The There's not a lot of news yet. We'll see what they say. But I guess first and foremost, are either of you concerned about the injury first, and then concerned about the fact that Chelsea looked really good without him?
I'm
No and
not
no.
concerned about the second thing.
Okay.
I'm concerned about the injury.
Okay.
Yeah, Maresca, it is a groin, he said, by the way.
That's not good.
I haven't seen, I was searching for if there's any update. There was one outlet that I have no idea is reputable. So if you're in the UK, the Pride of London is what it's called.
I mean, that sounds...
That can't be a thing,
there's
right?
a lot of teams in London, so...
But whoever they are, hypothesized that it was going to be in the 4 to 6 week range.
Whoa.
That just feels made up.
That
So
seems crazy.
the international break is next week too. So
That seems like someone who saw that we have Palmer on our team.
Yeah, trying to scare us.
They're trying to
totally.
scare
Trying
us.
to scare
That's some bullshit.
But, it did open the door for... I'm going to say it wrong. Esteve?
Esteval?
Estevao?
Esteve's the Burnley guy.
You're right. Estevao, the Chelsea Wonderkin, came in. Looked pretty good.
Looked fantastic.
Looked pretty good. So that's going to be interesting to see where he starts to fit in to this roster now that, he's proven he can play. So, that's that. We'll wait to see what happens with the news. Keep your eyes out this week if you have him on your team, like 60% of owners do. So keep your eyes out there. Next, we're going to keep the bad news rolling. Arsenal.
Great.
I just do not know what the owner of that team did to get cursed this way. They lost Odegaard. Looked like a bad shoulder, right? He went down really hard on that shoulder. From what I read, they are going to be getting, whether it's x-rays or MRI, either today or tomorrow. So we're going to find out what's up with that. Saka, 3 to 4 weeks with a hamstring. The same injury he has suffered before. That is, you hate to see that. That's really bad for him. Obviously, this is all on top of the fact that Havertz is basically done for the season. This team is just, and they have better depth this year, but my God, this team is getting wrecked.
They got Eze
Getting
because
wrecked.
Havertz got hurt.
Yeah.
So that's where the question was going to go, right? So first and foremost, if you have Saka, you hear 3 to 4 weeks. Is he dropped? Is he just an instant drop this week for you?
You have to.
First of all, I don't know.
Three
if it's-
game weeks, right?
They said
They said 3 to 4 weeks. That was the first.
Well, but there's
report.
international
break.
Yeah.
You're right.
And
So
that's why
3
it's not
games.
an auto drop for me because
Gotcha.
what I was reading today, like the early indications are it's not as bad as we thought for him. So
not
he's
good,
going to probably miss this weekend's game, but then he gets the break. I don't know. I would try to hold him if you can to see if he comes back after the international break. But if you want to transfer him out, their schedule is pretty bad over the next 4 or 5
Liverpool's
weeks.
their next game, I
Up
believe.
until game week 8, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll get to this in the transfers. He's pretty high up on the transfer out list, and I think it makes sense, but I don't think he's an automatic drop, though.
And then, not to get too deep into this one, because we'll talk about it a little later, but massive chance for Eze, right?
The Odegaard injury and this, yeah.
This is now a massive chance for him, so we're all agreed there. We'll get into that one later for sure. Then last question on this. Palmer, Saka, both out. Who is the immediate target in your guys' mind?
Semenyo!
He's one of them.
Okay.
Semenyo!
I
don't know why you're saying it
I
like
think
that, but
Mohamed
I love it.
Kudus is the other obvious one.
Okay.
He's looked good for Spurs. Their schedule's really good. I was also I don't want to spoil later, but I think Matheus Cunha should be
We'll
one
get
of the
into it
targets as
later.
well.
So
Yeah.
No worries. I just want to lead in a little bit. All right. Last piece of news we have to talk about it. The game just ended. Liverpool-Newcastle, first of all, banger of a game. Liverpool won 3-2. They scored in the 101st minute. That's probably going to be the only time we see 11 extra minutes all season, I would think. That was insane, but crazy game. Isak still out. Gordon got a red card. That stinks. Do we think Isak's going to be... What do we think? There is... What is it? September 1st is a deadline, so that's right before game week 4. Actually, there's an international break, so that's game week...
Yeah, it's before game week 4.
Yeah.
Yes, so what do we think? Is he going to be playing this season? Is he going to be out for 4 months? Are they going to trade him? Any feelers from you two?
I think it's just speculation at this
I
point
think it
because
is,
it's gone so chaotic.
I bet he comes
I don't
back
know.
after the international break and plays
Okay.
for Newcastle.
Okay.
I don't
like
think he's
that
going to
prediction.
Liverpool at this point.
I like that prediction. And yeah, I don't want to get too deep into the game because we are going to discuss some of those players in the player picks. So we'll save it for that section. That's the big news I had, though. So, Dave, transfers. What are we doing?
Yeah, I think there's a number of big talking points this week. If we start with the ins, the number one in is João Pedro, which I thought everybody already owned him. So the fact
everyone traded him out after that first game. Dave, come on, what are you talking about?
he's still like in the mid 50s, but
Ping pong.
yeah, 3 returns for him, a goal and 2 assists. Hopefully Chelsea can just play West Ham every week. But yeah,
Ham's bad.
he's the highest owned forward for a reason. Their fixtures are still pretty good. A little bit more mixed over the next 4 weeks or so, but that makes a lot of sense. My boy Antoine Semenyo is on the list as well.
He should be.
Another assist. Phil and I were talking before we started, like all of Bournemouth's chances are just kind of like falling to him right now. I would like a few for my guy Evan Nielsen,
So would
please, Antoine.
I would like that too.
But yeah, like we just said, one of the better alternatives to Palmer and Saka if you have them. Some others on the list, a couple of the Tottenham guys, Brennan Johnson, Mohamed Kudus, they looked great against Man City and a great schedule coming up, like I said. Richarlison is on there as well. I still wonder how long he's going to be the first choice.
Yeah,
I wonder if he
agree.
has like an off game or two if Solanke goes back in.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Chris Wood is in there.
Christopher.
No, not nearly as involved as he was in game week 1, but they get West Ham, who
Back on the wood train, boys. We're back on the train. Get him. No.
oh yeah, that's what I was about to say, Phil. They get West Ham this week and then Arsenal, but Burnley and Southampton after that. So 3 of their next 4 are fantastic matchups. And then one here that makes me a little sad in a way is Jurriën Timber is on the list because he scored twice. And I had him in my team game week 1. You can't just Kawhi Leonard me all the time.
It's bad.
And I sold him.
Close.
I sold him because he didn't start against United in game week 1. So I couldn't I was planning on bench boosting and then I changed my whole strategy. So I sold him, and of course he has like 28 points. Anyway,
Imagine if you had
Sadness.
him, your week would have been
Sadness.
outrageous. You had Chalobah. Who else did you have that did really well? You had another guy who popped off too.
Well, you had Munoz.
I had
Sarr.
Danny Munoz who
Munoz.
did well, Sar.
Sorry.
But yeah, Munoz didn't have 25 points.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Great.
Classic set
Right.
pieces for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
Rice get the assist?
He did get one, yeah.
Yeah, like he. It's an interesting guy for
What
your
else do we
team.
got? Anything else, Dave?
We're over to the outs. So, I mean, we already mentioned Palmer and Saka, and we'll get to who we think you should replace them with. So I'm going to skip over them. Frimpong's still on there. He's still hurt. If you have Ray and Ait Nori, he came out early in the first half in the City game. Pep doesn't seem too concerned, and he said he still might be ready to go this weekend, but there's been no updates. So
He's sitting at 75% if you pay attention
Yeah.
to what the FPL site says.
no idea how accurate that is.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Keep an eye on it. Ollie Watkins is on here. Villa have just looked so blah to start this season.
No, I'm aware. That's why I don't have any of them.
I still find it interesting.
You have Konsa.
Wow, he plays defense. So.
I still find it interesting that he's on here because their schedule over the next 5 weeks is really good. I mean, they've got Everton, Sunderland, Burnley in there. I don't know. It's an interesting dilemma with Villa assets like him and Morgan Rogers.
I don't know. To me, like, this is just my personal opinion. They're both good, but they don't instill confidence in me like other players do. So like if I put them in, I don't feel like I should get a return on these guys. Like I'm hoping for a return. It was the same thing last season until closer to the end of the season. It's like you're really hoping you get something. You're not assuming. Whereas like if I put Haaland in, maybe he doesn't get something, but like I assume he's going to get something. I understand the price range there is very different.
Yeah.
But you can say the same thing with Gyökeres. I assume I'm going to get something from him versus Watkins. I'm like, I really hope he scores today. That's my feel on it. I don't know if that's other people's, but that's where I come at it from.
Yeah, I have Morgan Rogers. I think I have some other stuff I have to do. Like I have Cole Palmer, so I'm probably riding with him.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately,
at least the schedule is good, but they haven't been great early on. Florian Wirtz is on here. Jared Bowen's on here. I don't think I need to explain why they're there. I do need to mention the last person on the list.
Okay.
Do you guys remember the last episode we did before Game Week 1?
I do.
Who the highest owned defender was in all of FPL?
I do, in fact, remember that, and it was ridiculous then.
Who was it?
And it's still ridiculous. It's Wan-Bissaka.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And
whatever reason.
look at this. He's on the transfer out list this week.
Surprising.
if only somebody would have told you that you were dumb if you were one of the 3.5 million people that had Aaron Wan-Bissaka on your team going into game week 1.
Not that good.
Oh, he's
Team,
gonna
not
do-
that good.
He's going to do so good in the DEF CON, Dave. Well, he
Yeah.
has like 6 DEF CON contributions in 2 games. So
Yeah.
What I never understood either
I
is
told you.
they had terrible matchups.
They had
like-
they played Sunderland in game week 1. But-
we talked about it. It's people are still trying to.
Oh
figure
yeah.
People are figuring out DEF CON still. I think if you're starting to pay attention, you're starting to see that DEF CON is not as important as what we originally thought. Because just because these guys had that many DEF CON points in the season, you have to have them on your team to get those points in that game, right? It's not as easy as just like, oh, Caicedo had 44 DEF CON points, let me get him. Yeah, well, he didn't get those every single game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to have him and play him in every single game to get 44, and you're probably not going to do that. So it's like, you just got to get lucky with those things.
I don't blame anyone who thought certain players were going to get DEF CON because I think you look at someone like Murillo or Milenkovic,
Okay, but
you
they're
assume
good.
they would have. What?
But they're good players.
Yeah, they're not getting DEF CON either.
No, I agree. I'm saying, but I think the point is, like, if you're going to pick a guy for DEF CON, don't pick a bad player.
I mean, he was. I mean, I would need to check myself. I think he was one of the players who was higher on just taking last year's data on the DEF CON. To your point, maybe with bench boost, people were targeting Sunderland, and then you slowly move him out of your team. But
Possibly.
still, stupid. Not
Look,
defending that.
weird.
I think DEF CON we're going to learn a lot this year,
We are.
and I see it on Twitter all the time or X. It's like, has anyone ever gotten DEF CON yet? It's just the most random players that are getting DEF CON, and the guys you expect, like Anderson, Bruno, game week 1. I mean, you got it last
Baleba.
week. They're ending with 11 or 10, and I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
DEF CON for mids is really 12 is hard,
hard.
man.
It's hard.
It's very hard to get. So.
Yeah, but anyway, if you're one of the he's still 20% owned. So if you're one of the 2.5 million Dilberts out there that still have him, I'll let you know a good way you can get rid of him later in this episode.
Isak was 30% owned going into game week 2. So there's a lot of people that maybe just aren't paying
That accounts.
too much attention. Was that it? Was that all we got there?
That's all I got. That's the end of that's the
Right.
important stuff in
This
the
is
transfers.
exciting. We're ready to roll into the first player picks segment of the season, and I finally get to use this button. So that's pretty exciting.
Player picks of the week.
I'm hyped.
I'm definitely more excited than I was 10 seconds ago.
I mean, that's pretty sweet.
If
right?
you like that, hit the subscribe button and like the video. Leave
the
a comment.
video.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm gonna start it off because it's a player we already mentioned. So let's just get it out of the way. Let's talk about Eze.
Sure.
All right, let's talk about Eze. He's now an Arsenal player. He is about to get thrown into the lineup because Saka and Odegaard are out. I mean, we could talk about his stats. I think let's just start with your guys' thoughts on how he's going to do going in next week, pretty much. Good, bad, indifferent?
I think we're probably going to say the same
I
thing.
love
so-
I love the fit for him.
Yeah.
I think he fits right into the way Arsenal play. He's going to get an opportunity now with all the injuries we talked about. But Phil, I have the fixture chart up on my screen. And,
Same.
There's a lot of red in those next 4 games for Arsenal and their matchups.
Yeah,
It's
so-
at Liverpool, Forest and City at home, and then at Newcastle. It's pretty rough.
But then,
That's tough.
But then
But
then-
then
they play that AAA team in game week 7.
yeah, I just to remind everyone of the stats for Eze last season. Obviously, Crystal Palace not as good as a team, but 8 goals, 8 assists, 204 defensive contributions in 34 games. That's an average of 6. So we're not looking at a DEF CON giant here. For me, and I think for most people, I'll speak for you two, because we talked about it last year. What's so tough about owning him is he had 102 shots and 29 of those were on target. That's 28.43%. Only 9 players posted 90 shots or more. He was one of them, but he was also in the bottom of on the on-target percentage. Second lowest in goal percentage, 27.59%. The story of his season was he gets opportunities and he cannot finish them. Semenyo had that same issue. He seems to have figured it out for now.
Yeah,
But that's my worry with Eze still
I
is.
think Eze is objectively a better finisher than Semenyo. And I think like Martin Odegaard got hurt, so obviously like he's not going to play. But man, I just like have been wondering if Arsenal needs more from whoever is going to play that position that Odegaard does, because he was amazing 2 seasons ago. And then last year he was pretty underwhelming. I know he's a good player, no doubt, but I've just felt like they needed something more from whoever's going to play that position, and I feel like that's going to be Eze now. So yeah, I love the opportunity for him, but the schedule is not great.
You don't think he's going to play more on the left, like take the Martinelli spot? Because that's where I see him playing. And that's kind of the weak side of the field, kind of with Gakpo on Liverpool. Everyone's going to shift to Saka's side. And I feel like he's just going to have a lot of space on the left side.
I don't know. I think they're going to have to mix in him, Trossard, Martinelli. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where he's going to line up. He could play. He could play on the left or right, in my mind.
I mean, they all like interchange anyway. Yeah. It's a very fluid formation, but
we'll see.
So the other thing is he's 7.5 million. So when you look at players in that range, I'll say 7.5 million to 8 million. The players that you can do a 1-for-1 swap, I'll ask you guys, would you rather have Eze or these guys? Because these are the guys you'd have to move off for a 1-to-1.
Okay.
Gakpo or Eze?
Gakpo.
Cunha or Eze?
Is this for this week or like over the next month?
Just, let's say you're getting them to keep them for a couple games.
That one's a coin flip. I think I would go. Oh man, I think I would go Eze.
Gibbs White, Eze.
Eze.
Gordon, Eze. You're gonna go Eze.
Well,
Phil Foden or Eze.
Eze.
Don't ask that one.
And Mbumo or Eze.
I think if I said
it's a coin flip for. I think Mbumo and Cunha are just kind of.
All right, that's fine. I mean,
I think it's that one's Eze for me too, but it's close.
Right. I wasn't trying to put you guys on the spot too much. I just wanted people to see kind of, hey, here's Eze, here are the guys you trade him for. What do we think, like, 1-for-1? Would you make the switches? Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, just look at for game week 7. I don't think you bring him in before that, but game week 7 it starts to get juicy, so he is a decent option at 7.5 to bring in.
I think it's a good. I'm not opposed to using him against Forest or City. But both those games are at home. Like Forest is a good defensive team, but it doesn't like necessarily scare you. And City has shown they're gettable on defense, and I think it's a good. I mean, they play at Liverpool, which is about the worst matchup you can get. I think it's a good week just to see how Arteta is going to use him, and then if you want, I can't imagine his ownership is going to go up that much.
I wouldn't think so.
So maybe it's a little sneaky differential in game week 4. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's just hope that Liverpool goes up 2-0 and then he has a chance at getting 2 goals. So
sure,
Liverpool doesn't know how to hold 2-0 leads.
That's fair.
All right. I think we've talked through Eze as much as we can do at the moment. So Dave, you sounded like you had someone on your list that you're really eager to get to.
Yeah, my player pick for this week is Matheus Cunha.
Homer.
Let's not talk about that United performance against Fulham, because I felt like this was last season all over again. But, man, he could have scored 2 or 3 goals in like 10 minutes. I mean, he had the first chance he created himself and hit the post, the breakaway off the ridiculous pass from Bayindir, which he probably should have scored on. He's been their best attacker through the first couple games. I know, save your thoughts on the coach and formation, but they're due to break through. And I think this is the week they do it at home against Burnley. Like I said, he's gotten some chances. He's all over the field for them. So for this week, I think he breaks through and at least scores a goal.
I'm going to need him to, because I projected 18 goals for him this season. So I'm going to need this man to start finishing.
Yeah, I don't know how United is going to be as a whole. They've had one good performance and one terrible one.
They're so close, though. I just feel like they're so close to getting over that hump.
The hump of what?
The hump of
scoring?
The hump of averageness. Like, they're just so average, but like you don't want to play against them, but you're okay like playing against them at the same time. It's just one of those teams where it's like Crystal Palace. Like, I'm not afraid of Crystal Palace. I don't really want to play Crystal Palace. They're kind of good. Like, that's Man U right now, and they should be better than that. They should be they should be in that Newcastle range. If my opinion, they should be feared like Newcastle.
Yeah, so. I mean, they should just be feared in general, and I don't think anyone is right now. But I think that front line, has too much talent, whether or not Sesko's on the field from the start, to not score 3 games in a row, and I think this is the week for him.
All right, I like that. Can I pull us to a team that I think we're all going to have opinions on?
Yeah.
Because they might be the best looking team in the EPL right now. And give Phil all the credit in the world. He said it, 3-4 weeks ago, that you need to watch out for this team.
What the hell did I say?
We got to talk about.
I don't remember what you said.
We got to talk about
I
Spurs.
say a lot
we
of
got to
dumb
talk about
stuff.
Spurs. We got to talk about Spurs.
Oh, yeah.
Phil, 4 weeks ago, first he said Van de Ven is a guy you need to look at getting, and then he talked about how Frank is all about defensive organization. Well, if you didn't believe it before Man City, you believe it now. This team's legit, and I think we need to talk about multiple of their players because, Dave, you have the schedule there. Can you read up until week 12? Read that schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Bournemouth at home, West Ham away, Brighton away, Wolves at home, Leeds away, Villa at home, Everton away, then Chelsea United, and Arsenal. That starts in game week 10, the Chelsea game. So their next 7 weeks are great.
And it's a team that looks really good. So where do we want to start in the back line?
Yeah.
Because there are 3 players that I think are worth getting.
Oh, yeah. At least.
So,
okay.
I think we've kind of talked a lot about Van de Ven. I don't know if we need to keep talking about him. 4.5 million midfielder. He's 28% owned, I think. So he is a very highly owned defender. So let's talk about the other 2, at least in my mind. One of them is 1.6% owned. One of them is 4% owned. That is Spence and Romero. Romero's 5 million. Spence is 4.5 million. I took a look at the heat map of Spence. He is getting forward a lot on that left side.
Yeah.
He, to me, I'm very, I have Van de Ven, so I'm not obviously going to make that switch and waste a transfer. But if you don't have either of them, you guys tell me what you think. I would rather have Spence than Van de Ven right now. That's just me with the ownership and the fact that he's pushing forward. What say you?
I would say that Van de Ven could already have a goal or 2. He's such a threat on corners and set pieces. So I still feel strong about Van de Ven, not only clean sheet, but being able to get attacking returns here and there. Spence is a really good option, but I think I'd pick Van de Ven over him right now just because I think Van de Ven's a staple of their back line, and he's a big threat.
Yeah,
I don't hate the idea, though.
Yeah.
He's 1% owned. They all have, all 4 of them of their back line have 12 or 13 points.
Yeah, well, they all have 2 shutouts.
Romero got DEFCON this week as well.
That's the reason to look at them, yeah.
They're all good options. Pedro Porro.
I was going to say, is Porro worth going for?
Porro,
but he's 5.5.
That's what I'm saying. He's so much higher than the other guys. It just, to me, why do it? Even Romero at 5, it's how much more do you get from Romero versus just the 4.5 guys? Maybe it's DEFCON, right? He got the DEFCON points, but he almost is priced out, even though he is as good as those guys. He's almost priced out because why am I going to spend dip if I'm playing for shutouts anyways?
But he has legitimate attacking returns.
He does.
He's one of the best one of the best defenders in FPL for attacking returns. So Porro.
Oh,
Pedro Porro.
Talking about Romero,
which is why he's expensive. So that's all 4
They're
great
all
options.
good options.
I think all 3 of us right now are playing the cheap defender game. So probably why we're not going to spend up. But we needed to mention all 4 of these guys. If you don't have one, you got to get one of those 4 in your team.
Agreed.
But if you're someone who had Frimpong, you're someone who had Ainori.
Oh yeah.
You can drop to a Porro, still keep that offensive threat, especially with their matchups, and you're saving 5 million or 0.5 million. So there is opportunity to kind of leverage those injuries to squeeze him in and not feel bad about the price.
Absolutely. Let's push up the field a little bit and let's talk about Kudus. Dave, I'm going to give that to you because I know you mentioned him before. So Kudus, thoughts?
He'd be if you're doing a 1-for-1 swap for Palmer or Saka, he'd be probably the first guy I'd take.
Interesting.
Him, Semenyo, I mentioned Cunha. I like Iliman Ndiaye too. They play Wolves this week, Everton.
He scored a goal.
But yeah, Kudus, I think Kudus has looked really good. They didn't have the ball a ton against City, so no attacking returns, but I think he is also due to break through for them. And so I just said he's the number 1 guy I would target if you have Saka or Palmer, but I want to throw something else out there if we have a second. If you have 2 transfers, I think this is a really nice opportunity for you to not only like replace Saka and Palmer with somebody really good, but fix your back line. Because we all started the season with one or many 4.0 defenders. Konsa,
Yeah.
Joe Rodon, Maxime Esteve, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, De Kuyper from Brighton. And so like Maxime Esteve is the highest owned one. He's 19%. So I'll use him as an example. They play United, Liverpool, Forest, and City. Really bad. Can't use them. So if you have to drop Saka or Palmer, buy Kudus, save $3.5 million, and then this is your opportunity to drop one of those 4.0 defenders that you can't use now and go up to a Poro, or even don't even go up that far. Just go to one of the Spurs defenders.
Yeah.
So if you have 2 transfers, I think that is the way to go to kind of fix your roster. You could also do a 2 at the forward position if you're one of the people I yelled at for having Mark Gui on your team, or like
Thanks for your waste of space.
or if you have like Beto or Strand Larson. Use this opportunity and the money you're going to save. Fulkrug. Use this opportunity and the money you're going to save. Drop Palmer or Saka in that forward and get Kudus and like Gyökeres, Ekitike, João Pedro.
Yeah.
And you can do a lot of good for your roster right now.
All right, well, let's talk about his teammate, though, before we move on, because this guy, you got to give me $1 million, and I wouldn't have thought I'd be talking about Brendan Johnson before game week 3. Just ridiculous. I mean, he's got 4 shots in 2 games, 2 on net, 2 goals.
It's efficiency, Sean.
Yeah, last season he averaged 1.6 shots a game. He's already averaging 2 shots a game. Of course, it's 2 games in, so whatever. That's on pace for 66 shots. He doesn't get the full 90, not now. He's in that like 70 to 80 range, which isn't bad.
That's fine.
We take 70 to 80. Take 70 to 80, but Dave said the schedule amazing. Either he or Kudus, are going to score goals. I know Richarlison and Solanke are there, but one of these 2 guys in the mid is going to get goals and or assists over this next run. I kind of like him. He had 11 goals and 6 assists last year.
Yeah.
Played in less games in the mids who finished ahead of him. Like he played 33 games. Like, I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather have him than Kudus. He just seems like he's got something right now. He's got some juice in him. I don't know. It's a feel thing right now.
No, that's
it just
what
feels like he's got some juice.
What I'm worried about is I think Frank's kind of pissed at him.
Explain.
He got caught out of position a few times and didn't really track back, and then he kind of just lazied around on some opportunities on fast breaks, and he kind of ruined a counterattack to give City I think then would be the second goal, or Spurs the second goal. He looked a little pissed. I'm not saying he's going to sub him off or like change anything with his formation, but I do think there's a level of maturity that Brendan Johnson still needs to get to.
That's fair.
And that on top of the $7 million is my only concern. Like if you had to give me Brendan Johnson for 7 or Semenyo for now 7.2, I think it's a no-brainer to go with Semenyo. So I don't know. I'm surprised he said $7 million. We said it at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
That just seems a little high, and I know he scored in each game, so now it's a bad time to say it, but it just feels a little weird. I don't know.
He definitely flew under the radar because a lot of people were pumped about Kudus after that transfer, and rightfully so. I don't think his position's under threat until Kulusevski comes back, but if you want a differential, why not take one of the main attacking threats on one of the couple best teams in the league right now with the best schedule?
Yeah,
I'm
interested.
I don't hate it.
I don't know if I can afford to do it with one free transfer, knowing I have other issues. But like, if your team's kind of set and you're just looking for like a little change up, a little differential, he's top of the list right now for me. Phil,
It's a good call.
Phil, anyone on your agenda over there that you're just itching to talk about?
I'm in shambles, so
okay.
I think
okay.
I need to fix like 7 positions, so I have so many players floating around in my head. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
I don't think I can give much.
that's fine.
Good
Well,
information.
you
That's
pretty
fine.
much gave us all of Spurs as your pick.
That's
which is-
true.
wait, let me ask you guys this.
Yeah.
If 26% of people still have Florian Wirtz, are you dropping Florian Wirtz
Yes.
for?
Would have never picked him
So
up.
we can go in there. I have more players I would say don't pick up or drop than
Yeah.
recommend.
Are you dropping Florian Wirtz
Absolutely.
for Brennan Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Think
But
people,
I would
should
drop-
people do that?
But I was also never a believer in Wirtz from an FPL standpoint. He's one of the best players on that team. You see it every game. He's just not getting the opportunities with the players around him. He's just kind of facilitating.
Yeah. Yes. I
And
think that is a good way to describe it.
He's not the same player as Rodri, but he's giving me Rodri vibes right now. Where I just don't know, like FPL wise, is he going to be relevant enough with the current roster with so many guys around him? So I would move off him. That's just me though. He maybe gets a goal next week, but I don't think he's gonna just start ripping off goals and assists anytime soon. That's just my personal opinion.
Perhaps we're just seeing what we said about some of these new guys, that there is always a risk of how they're going to adapt to the Premier League, how they're going to fit in with the new team, and maybe we're just seeing that play out with him for right
It
now.
may take time. Again, I said, on Leverkusen, he was the guy. The ball ran through him. He made the plays. He got the shots. Like, that's how the team ran. This is not that team anymore. Yeah, they need him, but if he comes off the field, they can still have success. So he's not the guy right now.
Yeah.
And it's showing because a guy like Salah may not give him the ball when he's open. He may turn it in left and shoot it or cross it over to Gakpo, right? He doesn't feel like he needs to give it to Wirtz. So
I think his ownership is probably going to stay high because I think
Yeah,
most
Burnley.
people are solving the
he's a stud. So.
trying to solve the Palmer Saka issue right now, and they get they've
Burnley and Everton.
Burnley and
Yeah.
Everton coming up. So,
He's a stud. Always a chance for him to
but
score.
if you wanted to sell him for Kudus or Brennan Johnson, I don't think you're crazy.
I just think the schedule and the Tottenham looks like they're going to be a top 5 team if they play like that over the course of the season. Whether they do or not, I don't know. But if that team comes and shows up for 75% of the season, like they're going to be way up the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the same time, we always say don't be reactionary.
Sure.
It's game week 2.
Yep.
Like,
First could easily figure it out. He could easily figure it out. For me, it's less figuring it out, and it's more the people around him.
that's the thing. I'm considering dropping him not because of him. He's going to figure it out.
He looks fantastic.
Well,
he's
I
made
don't
some
know.
good plays. I think he looks good.
I just think Liverpool is in gelling up top, and they don't have the same pace and like kind of pressure that they've had other years.
Yeah.
So like they're kind of just scoring off of random situations, not necessarily building it up, getting those like overlapping runs, pass. That's where I thought he was going to score, is a lot of those overlapping runs, and then passing the ball back, and he comes on that second wave of players and gets those out of the box, like outside of the box shots, or cut back passes, and he taps it in, and they're just not getting any of that.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen a single overlapping run where then they cross it back and like him or Zabaslai, or I guess Gravenberch, he scored today, but there's just no plays like that. So that's why I feel like it's hard to keep him, just because of how Liverpool's playing.
Yeah. All right. Well, does anyone have a quick player without giving a lot of facts that they want to rip out before we end this episode? Anyone on your mind? I have one if anyone else has one.
No, fire away.
Far away.
The only guy I would say, if you're feeling really crazy, you really want to gamble, and you're like, I need all the differential, Keane this week for Everton against Wolves. Wolves have the least amount of shots in the Premier League so far, 15, 4 on net. Jordan Pickford is a freak. Penalty save, he was outrageous in that game, really good. So very high chance at a shutout if you're looking for a 4.5 cheap defender. But he's a 1-week rental, so don't think you're going to get him and keep him. So if you want to waste a transfer, not waste, we want to use a transfer on a 1-week guy, maybe get 6 points out of it.
Free hit?
It's or a free hit. That is a good thought, because Everton very well may be getting a shutout. I think Wolves is a relegation team this year. I think we said that before the season started, and it's proven to be true. They lost their 2 best players. So.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is that it?
I think that's it. We're around that 40-minute mark. That's the sweet spot.
Sad it's over.
Sad. We'll be back.
Glad it happened.
Don't worry. We'll get angry again this weekend, and we'll do it all over again.
Sure will.
It'll be great. It'll be great. All right. Yes, if you're out there and you want to listen to us, find us on Spotify down below. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. check out our socials, Instagram, X. We post a lot of things out there. We post our teams after the week. So if you want to see all of our teams and how we finish, you can see that on Instagram. If you want to see our team before the week, you can see that. If you want to see some of our better picks, you can see that. So, we put shorts out, all that good stuff. So follow us on our socials. And we will be back same time, same place next week, giving you the rundown on Game Week 3. And I do believe we're going to try and do a chip strategy episodes next week, correct?
Stay tuned. Stay
Correct.
tuned.
That'll be an all-encompassing how to use your chips in the first half of the season.
Do watch.
Breakdown. So look out for that. And with that, see ya.
See ya.
Bye.